nice and sheltered with mama's pretty stories and your own made up fury. And mama gave me a magic clicker. Well, yes, I think it's true and fair to say. Come on in and listen, lost words you've been missing. Now the fire you're bearing, the eye of the darkness, your light. So you were drawn to stories early on. My dreams would light up my imagination, and you had nightmares night and day. Yeah, but with the clicker I chased those frights away. Who knew? So true. So here is the clue of hope to remember. Visions, they come true. Bend the light switch too. Show me the champion of light. I'll show you the herald of darkness. Lost in the never-ending night. Diving deep to the surface. And all your stories of crime and chilling thrillers of hard-boiled killers became bestsellers. It was all too much, I had to get away. The story's the end, all a piece of true fiction. They mean endless in the face of creation. But there is more to it than meets the eye. I never meant for it to ruin my life that way. Would you say you lived a jaded lie? Dark shades could never save the day. So sad, but true. Fun in the nightmares, torch and a light switch, a gift or a curse, a reality made of dreams. Show me the
He could write a new story like Tom Zane before him, and maybe they'd be happy once again. Just one shot, one more chance for him to save their marriage away from the city, a romantic getaway. dark place am I trapped in here? Is this real? I cannot remember. There was a manuscript, it held a key. A vicious cycle I must not surrender to. Echo scenes to seek out again and again until I figure it out to bring this song to its end. I will bring this song to its end. Song to its end.
Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, such a good song. Such a good one, and it's starting over. Des, help me out here.
I got it.
You're nice and sheltered.
I got it.
Oh, 1 second. Des is coming through a little hot on my mic. Or my headphones, rather. 1 second. Welcome to Clear World Radio. My name is Nodle. Tonight we'll be talking about some movies, we'll be talking about a little bit of news, we'll be talking about everything that you can possibly think of for a show like this. Welcome to Clear World Radio. And over there behind the glass, behind the cat, that is Des. Say hello, Des.
Hello. Hello.
How are you doing on this fine evening, Des? How's it going?
I'm a little sleepy, but
Yeah?
I'm good. Yeah. Yeah.
I can appreciate the honesty. You could have lied and said that you were full force, ready to go.
Wait, you can lie?
You told our audience the truth. You told our audience the truth.
You can lie when people ask you how you're doing?
I didn't. Yeah, I think you can lie on the internet. I think that's a thing.
Oh.
Like, I think that's actually a thing.
Okay.
You can get away with it.
I should try that sometime.
Me too. Like I've been too truthful here on the internet. Does
You're genuine. Too honest.
Oh God. You did say Edwin, right? Is that what you said?
No, I didn't. I said honest.
I thought you said Edwin. I was like, oh yeah. That does sound like Edwin, actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, that kind of got him
Sure.
fucked for a short period. For a short period, it's been nice to see him get back to streams. But anyways, I want to get off that. That's not really anything we're going to talk about here. Very glad to see my friend Edwin from Edwin's Generation back. Let's give him a clap, Des.
Yeah.
He's been putting on some good streams. I've been enjoying hanging out, getting into chats. He's got me as a member, if that makes him feel special at the end of the day. Even though I'm a fucking nobody, if that makes him feel better, whatever, like we'd love to have Edwin back. He was here for our very first episode back in the day. Do you remember that, Des?
Yeah.
That was,
Yeah.
it feels like it was years ago at this point.
No, it wasn't a year ago yet. We're not there yet.
It feels like it's been a very long
feels
time.
like it
not
was
not in a bad way. Not in a bad way
eons.
either.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we've learned a lot. We've come a long way since our very first episode. If you are a recent fan, just for shits and like lulz, I highly recommend going back and watching some of the season 1 episodes, especially like the first 5, while we were figuring out like how to get the levels perfect.
It's a shit
and
show.
yeah, it was. But there's something so endearing about it at the end of the day. Does it's a very charming, like down to earth. It's the kind of show that most people. Honestly, it might be stereotypical in a way, but it's like the kind of show that most people would put on when they're first starting and they're trying. So there's that charm to it at the end of the day that makes it like I relate to this because the same problems they're having right now are problems that I might have myself if I were to start something like this.
Now, I don't know what I'm doing either, so
Yeah, we're just winging it, people. We're
we know as much as you know. You could do this too.
We're the definition. We're the yeah. They could tell them.
Yeah.
How easy?
In fact, it's pretty easy, and I also have offered to help several of our viewers who want to become content creators but don't even know like how or where to start. Talk to me.
You should start charging for this service, Des.
Well, maybe
because you're good. You're good.
But for now, it's just the Clear World Network. We'll put you on. We'll make a video, and you want to like explore a haunted place. Just like record some shit and give it to me with a voiceover, and we'll put it together and put it online.
Exactly.
Or you want to like a
Send
podcast
it to us.
type of style, like I'll sit down with you for podcast type of style, and we'll hash something out. See what it's like.
We'd love to have as many people involved as possible. We have a couple dedicated people that are they show up for Midnight Movie Madness. They show up for the show itself. They always participate in the panels, and God, I can't be any stronger about this besides just saying I really hope you guys know how much Des and I appreciate you showing up for Midnight Movie Madness, showing up for the panels, and just hanging out in general because, this show's all about kicking it,
community,
talking movies.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, community. Exactly. That's literally it. It's just getting as many people together as possible, which is why I like trying to promote in different areas of the internet, like Salvo, for instance, like retweeted our shit earlier. Who knows? Maybe like a very tiny amount of that audience, maybe 15 to 20% of those people, enjoy movies enough to where they'd be like, this sounds like it could be fun. Why don't I give it a chance? Really, you should. Because every Monday we get together in the Discord server, we watch a movie. For instance, this last week we watched Darkman, which is a Sam Raimi classic.
Amazing.
God damn, did we have fun, right, Des? That was a good time.
I don't know why I hadn't heard of that before, and I'm sad we didn't record it.
I really am very, very depressed. I said this before the show started while we were doing our little pre-show warm-up where Des and I just kind of sit around and chat during the opening song there. So I am very sad that we didn't record that because that's a fucking great segue into the first little segment I have here, which is We've got a pretty big announcement, people. So, we're going to be doing things maybe a little bit differently going forward after this. The format has been fun, do not get me wrong. I love the way we do this show. It is so fun. But it's come to my attention, it's come to Dez's attention that a lot of the people that watch this show that actually enjoy parts of it, most of them are here for Midnight Movie Madness, because it's a community thing, right, Des? Like it feels like it's it's interactive. It gets people It gets people onto streams that you wouldn't normally ever hear from. Like, you might see their names in chat all the time and stuff like that, but we get them, if possible, at the least we get their voice while we're watching, and they get, we get their jokes. We joke back and forth. We watch the movie. We crack jokes. We fuck with each other. It's that kind of deal. It's just like, imagine if you were to go over to a friend's house during a weekend to watch a movie, and there's 8 to 10 people there, and you guys
and
are
most
just
people are
like,
really funny.
Yeah, most of the people are very funny. We're cracking jokes about the film the entire time. We're hanging out. We dissect it live to the point where it's we can get to the like nitty gritty of the film to where it's kind of funny, like having people point out very specific scenes. For instance, like in Darkman this past week, when the building just like blew up, and like he just kind of flew up to the top, like just his body, and flew back down was one of the funniest things I've seen in months. I mean, I've seen it before, but just like seeing it again after all those years was so good. It was so good, Duz. That was such a fun time. That was such a fun time. But I will warn you, if you're a fan of Midnight Movie Madness, as it has been lately, I would tune in over the next 3 weeks or so, because after this month, this next week we are doing, what's this next week, Des? What are we doing? 1 second, everybody. I'm so sorry. Let me check the calendar. We're doing The Others, which is a very classic ghost story from 2001 that our very own Abby Blackbird requested. So give a little round of applause for Abby Blackbird. Thank you for the requests. Yeah, baby. Yeah. So she requested that like almost a year ago, Des. I went back, I looked at our tip line, and that was from like July of last year. And we hadn't gotten to it.
We get to them.
Yeah, we do. We eventually get to them. If you join the Discord server, which like there's links everywhere. I'm sure it's in the description. It's probably in chats. Join the Discord server. Have fun. Let us know what your favorite horror / sci-fi / B-movie schlock / ridiculously over-the-top action films even at this point. Like I want to branch out to where we can balance the laughs with like a really good scare every month, Like maybe at first like half and half. Like this month, for instance, we're celebrating Sam Raimi. We watched Darkman this past weekend, like we've mentioned multiple times, which fantastic film. Am I right there, Des? That was fun.
I think it's yeah.
At the end of the month, we'll be watching Drag Me to Hell from 2009, and that is a fantastic film there.
I haven't seen that one.
I think it's his most recent horror film, if I'm not mistaken. Like the most recent one that he directed and or wrote. So, it's got some of that slapstick Evil Dead style comedy in it. And, there was a lot of that in Darkman, but on top of that, you had all of your usual superhero tropes, almost.
Yeah.
It was like a proto-superhero film. Except for it was like an anti-hero.
Like the first Batman films, but without the costumes.
Yeah. Seriously. Like you replace the Batcave with a rundown industrial building where he somehow has hooked up a bunch of fucking computers and there's electricity to the building. No idea how that happened. how the hell did he make that happen?
He's a genius.
But on
Super genius.
yeah, but he is a genius on top of that. After they destroyed his laboratory, I'm assuming he gathered some of that stuff, brought it to another place, blah 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 blah. But anyways, between that, we're doing Cube, which our friend Biddy requested, and also, what's the other one? We're doing Cube and
Drag Me to Hell and the others. That's all
and
we
the
have.
others. Like I already mentioned the others. Okay,
March.
sorry about that. Sorry about that, everybody. That's March. That's our March Midnight Movie Madness. That's 4 M's. There it is. Alliteration is a common theme here at Clear World Radio.
Yeah.
You'll see it often. Half the time we don't even realize we're doing it. Literally.
It's just how I function.
I mean, I appreciate it. So I try to lean into it when I can. Okay, so moving on. That's our announcement right there. From this point forward, after this episode, we'll be leaning more into Midnight Movie Madness. That'll probably be taking up the first half of the show. Des and I refer to it as Side A and Side B. You can look at the show as a cassette tape. So, usually this and our like topic thing, like sometimes we do What the Hell, which is like what the hell's going on. Sometimes we do Spiracy Space, which is conspiracies deconstructed. We usually take an intermission after that, and we'll come back and do Midnight Movie Madness. But we're going to switch it around since most people actually enjoy Midnight Movie Madness more. And since we're sort of a later night show for people, at least on the East Coast, I'd like to make sure people get that coverage. And towards the back half in Side B, we'll handle some of the news and things of that sort. So hopefully that sounds good to everybody. Des and I have been discussing it, and we both think that's probably the best way to handle the show moving forward.
Yeah.
Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. The
I'm thinking so.
interaction up front, and then the back half is where we talk.
Yeah. Like the first half is where we get everybody together and everything's very, very interactive. And the second half is for like, I guess you could say the diehards that actually enjoyed the entire show.
People that are still here.
Yeah, like the people that stick around after the intermission. So, hopefully you'll stick around, which makes me want to talk like a YouTuber real quick. Subscribe to the channel if you don't mind. Like the stream. Comment later on. All that good stuff so that we get thrown into the algorithm. Des and I would like to get monetized at some point. That would be nice.
Someday.
And, until then, also, you can send in a donation if you feel like. I'm sure, once again, just like the Discord server, there's going to be links for such a thing. If you feel like sending in a donation, you can check chat and probably our description for the video. And we'll be able to figure that out. I figured out on my phone, finally, how to fix it to where even when I have Do Not Disturb on, which is obviously what I do for the show, I don't want this thing to ring unless it's an emergency. But I figured out a way, obviously, to do exceptions to where if I get a Cash App donation or a PayPal donation of any type, I will hear it ring and I will be able to read it completely live. So
nice.
There's that as well.
Yeah. For when our automatic notifications don't.
Yes.
work.
Yes.
Like half the time.
Sometimes they just don't like us, people, and I'm sorry for that.
It's not us. It's the app.
It's Skynet. It's Skynet. The AI.
It's the man.
The INET is taking over right now.
Yep.
And it's a very, very sad thing at the end of the day. But let's see. Moving on real quick. Des, obviously, I've been kind of talking about this in the Discord quite a lot, but over the past few months, I've kind of gotten into video games again, which is a very, very strange thing to say because
That's odd of you.
I did not think that was ever going to happen again. To be honest, I hadn't touched a controller since a PS2. So that's how long it's been. And recently I finally decided to give it a shot, see what everybody's talking about, see if it's actually as fun. And I found myself addicted, ladies and gentlemen. It has gotten bad. I'm getting games in the mail every other day. My girlfriend just can't. My girlfriend is just she's so angry with me.
You're
Not
a
really.
gamer
I'm just
now.
joking. But I'll wake up in the morning and I'll throw the PlayStation on while she's in the kitchen making coffee. She comes sit back down and I'm playing the video games, and it's just I mean, it could be worse, but at the same time,
Yeah, you could be watching.
honestly, it makes me laugh at the end of the day. It's just kind of like, okay, I've become that person, Des. I am that man now.
That gamer. You are that gamer.
I've become the gamer, and I'm not really too sure how I feel about this. I'm honestly, it's with some of the things that I have been bared witness to over the past couple months. I've played quite a few things. Obviously, I'm a huge horror fan, so I tackled Until Dawn. I finished The Quarry the other day. I'm playing Control right now. But before that, obviously, the first thing that I started playing when I got back, what actually led me to doing video games again was I was feeling nostalgic, Des. And when I was feeling nostalgic, I thought to myself, I really, really want to play Spyro the Dragon again, because it reminded me of being in my early 10s to 15s type deal. It reminded me of being a child with a PlayStation 1 when I was living in a very, very, very bad part of the hood as a child. And it was so bad. It was so bad outside, Des, that I couldn't really go out and play too much. So I played video games. And I just enjoyed that stuff. I enjoyed that, Crash Bandicoot, all that kind of stuff back then.
Yeah.
And I wanted to play that again. So I bought the remastered versions of these games. And the funny thing is, I barely made it through any of that at all. Like I started playing.
Or not as fun.
And no. It was perfectly fun. I was having a fucking great time and all that kind of stuff. But like after I looked at when I started this, I was borrowing my future stepson's console to play this, and to play anything on the PS4, because obviously I didn't have my own console, but he had a PS5, so there was no reason for him to keep the PS4. So he moved that into the living room for me to just have some fun every now and then. And I had a great time, and he already had a few things that were downloaded onto the console itself. And one of those things was Alan Wake 1. And I remembered seeing people talking about it back in the day, and it was mentioned along Twin Peaks. Obviously, we love Twin Peaks here at Clearwood Radio.
Yeah.
Twin Peaks is one of the best things ever created. And after that, I'd always wanted to play it, but I had never had the chance to actually sit down with with an actual game and play it. And suddenly it was right there in front of me. So I thought to myself, well, fuck, why not? I can actually finally, enjoy this. So I sat down, I zoomed through part 1 in probably, I think, 2 or 3 days. It got a little out of hand there, it was I couldn't stop myself. But I finished that, and as a nice little excuse, my birthday was right around the corner afterwards, right? And that gave me an excuse. Alan Wake just came out in
Alan Wake 2?
In Alan Wake 2. My bad. Just came out back in October, so might as well play part 2, right? I've already finished part 1, so I might as well get this for my own birthday and enjoy it. And enjoy it, I did. I just threw up a picture of the front cover there for just in case. But I had to borrow the PS5 from my future stepson, which is still so weird to say as a guy that doesn't have kids himself. But I borrowed that for literally 3 weeks. It was 3 weeks straight. It took me a minute to finish it. The first way through, I just tried to enjoy it without grabbing too many collectibles and things of that sort. My second way through, since I had been, I guess you could say, so far behind, I kind of think I was lucky in this regard, because by the time I played, the final draft existed, which is a second version of the game. It's not even like a Game Plus. That's what they call it, right, to us? Is that right? Game Plus. So it's a version of that, except for it has different stuff in it. You've got different cutscenes. You've got different collectibles that you can grab. You've got even a different ending. So obviously, after I finished the first round, I had to play it again. So I played it again immediately, and that's when I really dove in. And I was like, okay, I need to get everything. I need every collectible. I need every manuscript page. I need every Alex Casey note lunchbox. I need all the cult stashes. And it took so long. By the end of this, everybody, you know how long I had spent on this, Des?
Like a week?
85 hours.
Oh, that's like a job.
Yeah. It's 2 weeks of a fucking job right there.
Yeah.
That I'd spent on this thing. I mean, it was spread out over 3 weeks. Don't get me wrong. So, it was kind of in half, in a way. I think it was 38 or 39 to get through it the first time. But that was also because I was kind of staggered, I was trying to figure it out along the way because, I'm still new at this shit. When it comes to combat and things of that nature, it still takes me a little bit to get used to things like that. But after I got used to it and played it through the second time, it was great. It was perfect. The only little notes I have here is, obviously my score with this is, I gotta give it 5 out of 5 radio towers, everybody. This is one of the best pieces of media I have ever experienced in my life. I don't know if I've ever had as much fun interacting with a piece of media as I did with this.
What's the basic storyline?
Basic storyline of this, in the first video game, basically Alan Wake is a famous writer. He has one big series that he's doing about a detective named Alex Casey, who ends up being a real person, actually. But So him and his wife end up going to this nice Pacific Northwest little town to have a getaway because Alan's suffering from writer's block, and
As one does.
he just can't get past. He just killed Alex Casey, which was his cash cow. So now he's trying to move on to something new, and he's having trouble with that. So they move up there. Alice, his wife, had sort of a what's the term? A different motive. What is it? A secondary motive? What is it?
Ulterior motive?
Ulterior motive. Yes. Thank you, ma'am. She sort of had an ulterior motive there because there was a treatment facility for artists that were suffering for things like that, and she was going to enroll him there. But anyways, they arrive in Bright Falls, which is the name of the town they're staying in. They can't get to the place that they rented, so they have to go find this lady. They get this place. Things are kind of weird. Eventually, Alice, his wife, falls into the lake. Alan immediately dives in after her, and suddenly he finds himself in this place called, he just calls it the dark place. And there's this entity that he refers to as the dark presence that's trying to break into our world. And apparently the way to interact with this the most is through art. Instead of science or anything. It's apparently it turns out that Alan can somehow, the things that he can write here when he's here sort of come to fruition. And it ends up creating these things called AWEs, which are altered world events, if I'm not mistaken. And they can infect a certain radius of a place where it happens, where it can affect people's memories, things of that nature, to where they think they're actually part of this story that's been created around them. And the idea basically is Alan's been stuck in this area for 13 years, since 2010. And when we pick up with him in the second game, he's I wouldn't say he's at the end of his rope, but because he doesn't realize how long he's been there. Like, time is different there, which is another big relation to Twin Peaks. It's very reminiscent of Cooper being stuck in the Black Lodge for 25 years. Like, Alan's been there for 13 years. He doesn't realize it. He forgets how many attempts he's had to get out and all this stuff. There's a big connected universe when it comes to Remedy, which is the company that makes this. They made Control, which I just started playing last night. Super fucking fun. They made Quantum Break, and obviously Alan Wake 1, and Max Payne back in the day also, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
Because the guy that actually they modeled Max Payne after is the creator of Alan Wake, Mr. Sam Lake. Believe it or not.
Okay.
All I'd really like to say to wrap this up is, so this is the first time I'd ever played anything on a PS5. I was amazed with how quick everything is. It's so crazy to me as somebody that just recently got back into this. Like, the PS4 blew my mind with how quick everything was, with how good everything looked. But jumping to a PS5 for a game that's exclusive to just that platform, like, you can't get a PS4 version, it doesn't exist, or whatever. Like, that was, I can't get over how incredible it looked. The mechanics of the game were great. The graphics were things that I've never experienced in a video game. Like, even all the things that I've played since I started back, it was mind-blowing. The way they combined the live action stuff with the actual gameplay type stuff was something I don't think I've ever seen done. At least not to this extent.
Not like Mist.
No. This was like this was stuff that I don't think I ever would have expected to see in a video game, to be honest with you. It was so, I don't want to use the term over the top just because that makes it sound like it was ridiculous, but it's not ridiculous. Everything makes sense. You can play it any way you want. Basically, you can switch chapters between the two characters. Obviously, Alan's a character, and the other character is Saga. She's an FBI agent. She's been assigned to that area to figure out what's going on. So those two bounce back between chapters. And that's fun because it gives you two perspectives of the story. Like Alan's stuck in the dark place, and Saga is out in the real world suffering from the consequences of what's going on the other side. So it's fun to see how one person's story affects the other person's story, you know?
Yeah.
That's fun. So I cannot recommend it anymore. I'm not really sure how solid of gospel my word is concerning video games at this point in time. But if you get a chance, I've heard they have sales on this game all the time on the Epic Store. I've heard you can get it like half off, basically every other month, maybe every 3 months. So if you get a chance, give it a shot. It's really fun, and I know Sweet Baby Inc. has been going through the fucking ringer the past couple days, and I can understand why. I get it. Des and I probably have different opinions on this, obviously.
It's just corporations doing what corporations do to keep their bottom line, and then the internet
I can agree with
has a
that.
problem with it.
I can also agree with that. Let's toast to that, everybody.
Everybody kind of has a problem with it.
Having a little bit of a...
That's what happens when you got pearl clutchers, that are in your investor groups and stuff like that, and people that just want to make money but don't, I don't
Obviously.
know. It's all a mess. It's all a fucking mess.
Yeah, it's a mess.
Nobody knows what
luckily,
talking about anymore.
Sweet Baby worked on Alan Wake 2, which is the only reason I brought it up.
Yeah.
But there's nothing in that game that made me think like this is overly woke. Like to the point where it's ridiculous. Like there's nothing in that game that makes me think like,
because I don't think Sweet Baby Inc. was about making things overly woke. It was just making it sanitized for the biggest possible audience without like...
At least with that game, I can definitely agree with that. Yeah. I've seen examples from some of the others. Well, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Like
that's
Disney
gotten...
went woke, and it's like, no, they're just pandering to the whole ass audience instead of just you. That's it.
We'll see. Welcome to Clear World Radio, everybody, where we all have our own opinions and we don't hate each other for it. It's great.
No. Oh, well, listen. Demographics, yeah. And you want the demographics with the money, and so you're going to go with the demographics that are like, I'll give you my money if you sanitize your products or make it woke or add more diversity or whatever. It happens.
I'm not usually a fan of bringing any sort of like controversy into this show. I'll talk about shit like that on other programs, but I am interested in what you think about fuck. God damn it! I lost my train of thought. Fuck.
Gamergate.
Oh man, what was I gonna say? God damn it. Sorry, everybody. I'm trying to get back to where I was. We were talking about Sweet Baby Inc. We got to... Have you seen the clips of the lady that like runs Sweet Baby Inc? Like saying terrible things.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of that. Which
Is there a way to
I don't.
like that's it? Is there a way to justify that to you? Like that's the
Yeah,
thing.
that
Like that's what bothers me.
is that there are people that are so far up their own asses and take it way too seriously, and those are the people that get ahead or have gotten ahead in the last decade and have positioned themselves as CEOs, as the top ringers in such groups that were just there to try and satiate all of the demographics. As Calypso said, bigger nets catches more fish.
I can agree with that.
But
I can definitely agree with that.
There was a push in Hollywood and in the game industry and stuff to be more inclusive and be more diverse, because you get a more diverse, more inclusive demographics. That's just more people.
Which
that's
is
just more
great.
Money. Yeah,
You'll never
nobody
catch
has a problem with
me
that.
speaking against something like that. It's
But,
I think most
yeah.
people have an issue when it feels very forced. Like
And
personally, that's the
when
only time I ever have an issue is where it feels artificial.
someone
Like it was just done to be done.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
And
You know
I
what I'm
think that
saying?
too. And I feel like the people like that get to the top of like that like do the Sweet Baby Inc. stuff. The people that get to the top of that, they care too much about like they're
Yeah.
the ones that like they care more than anybody else. That's why they get to the top of that, because nobody else like they give the fucks, and so they move up, but they think that everybody else should be on board or they're taking it the next step. I think there was something like a ball dropped somewhere in the last decade in corporate, in the whole like DIE or DEI, whatever, in the whole like diversifying
Diversity,
workforce.
equity, inclusion stuff. Yeah, I think it's a DEI.
I think like everything was started with good intentions. I think the intentions are still like behind it are still good, in that like just diversity, inclusion, being kind and respectful of everybody. But somewhere along the lines, some things got turned up to 11 on either side of the arguments, and everybody is on different pages and lost the plot, honestly.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I've noticed it. I've tried to stay away from it. Like, it hasn't really affected me too much because of the kind of media that I consume.
Well,
I obviously
it's
didn't play
not.
video games for a long time, so I never would have noticed any of this.
No, it's
Obviously
not real.
noticed it creep into movies and TV and stuff like that, and it's never really bothered me too much. As long as you write a character properly, I'm not really gonna have a problem with anything
No.
about that character. You know, like that
And
doesn't bother me. It's whatever.
I can't take a lot of the critics of that kind of stuff seriously, because they see a woman or a black character and they're like, oh, just ruined, that's just woke. And I'm like, no, that's not everything can be starring white men, please. Like, we grew out of that, didn't we? Didn't we all get out of that?
I do
thought we
feel
did.
like a lot of people have reacted now automatically think that
Regressively.
whenever they see a character like that.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because like
We've
10,
always had
15 years
characters
ago.
like that.
Yeah, exactly. 10, 15 years ago we had characters like that, and we just thought like that's a character.
Yeah, like, oh, that's an
So
interesting character. That's a character with depth, with,
I'm gonna ask you one question, Des. This is the last thing I'll ask you about this. I'm interested because I've heard a few people mention it. I've heard people mention the idea, and honestly, I think there is some credence to this. I'm not gonna lie to you or sugarcoat it to where I throw you a softball here. It's not a curveball, don't worry. But I've seen some people introduce the idea that Sweet Baby, for instance, is the kind of company, let's say they created a shit ton of bots to create the problem that they can then solve later on. Do you think that's possible? Like where they've created this problem of ultra racism, ultra misogyny, ultra over the top, to where the point where
that
they're
exists.
just like
That is
they can go to a
overrun.
company. Yeah,
Those
they can
aren't
go to a
bots.
company and say like, "Hey, look at this. We can fix this. So hire us." Is that possible? Do you think so?
I'm sure it's possible, but and I'm sure that there is some degree of people trying to game that. But as a internet denizen of like 30 years now, maybe, I don't know. Sure, we'll go with that. No, it's not bots. People are assholes. People have always been assholes.
True.
They're and like anonymous people, like people have sock accounts. People have, it's the whole fucking world too is on the internet now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you don't know anybody's age. Everybody under 18 is also on the internet pretending that they're over 18. So,
You're
no, I
going to
don't
get a
think
lot of
it's
stupid opinions, uneducated opinions
I
all
don't
day
think you need
long.
the bots. Yeah, and misogyny and that kind of stuff. Like we're talking about the whole world here. There's whole countries that are misogynistic by nature, and they like full-heartedly
This is true.
don't understand.
Yeah,
and they go online
this is
and they'll
actually
post
true.
things that
Yeah,
are just
yeah, yeah.
like, wait a second, you can't say that shit in America. Well, they're not in America.
And I'm not even virtue signaling right now. I can just kind of agree with that. I'm more conservative in my views, honestly. And that's just mainly because of the way things have shifted. I always honestly thought of myself as a liberal, but things have kind of changed a little bit to where it seems like my views kind of fall into the conservative side of things, which still doesn't make sense to me. But anyways, moving on from political stuff, I don't want to get
That's
bogged
just because
down
you
in
have a
that.
southern accent.
Yeah, like that goes in with it right there. It's just like he's
That's
southern.
just it.
He's obviously a MAGA piece of shit. That's me, all right, everybody. That's me. God knows that's exactly what I want in my life.
Same Calypso. I'm also an anarchist. I'm also
Yes.
a space cat from Alien. An alien cat from space. So
I
we
just
don't have
always
roles in
have
space.
considered myself a libertarian. Honestly, it's just live and let live kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's it does.
Yes. Wait,
That's
what
does all
happened?
right there. It's just a cat from outer space.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on, everybody. Okay, let's see, Maxine. We've got two more little news things for you.
Oh yeah, we're
Excuse me.
rearranging things next time.
Yes. Like I said at the beginning of the show, this is the first time that the news will be front loaded, and Midnight Movie Madness will come on later. So
I missed that.
it'll be opposite next time. That's all you got to really think about. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I'm enjoying here a Jim Beam single barrel, and I grabbed this earlier today at the liquor store. It was actually the same price as the usual stuff. They had it on sale. I'm not going to lie to you and say that I spent a lot of money or anything on this. But here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. Regular Jim Beam is 40% alcohol by volume. Okay? So 80 proof, right? This, ladies and gentlemen, my God, do you want to hear how much this does?
I'm afraid.
Are you afraid? Really?
I'm nervous. Okay, I'm interested. Tell me.
54% by volume, so that's 108 proof. This is the real shit, ladies and gentlemen. This is the stuff right here that puts hair on your chest at the end of the night, even if you're a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll get the job done. I've had one glass tonight, and I'm feeling kind of loose. I'm pretty loose, everybody.
Fuel.
Yes. So
I'm
if you're
I'm a
watching,
cheap date, so
yeah.
I would only need like half a drink. Yeah.
Get Des a half of one of these right here. Half one of these Jim Beam single barrels. You can get a nice liter of that for about $15, everybody. If you're not hearing what I'm saying, $15 for Des. Anyways, no, I'm joking. But if you're watching at home, everybody, if you got some whiskey at the house, how about you join me here? I'll give you 10 seconds. Let's count them down, Des. 10, 9,
Really?
8,
8,
7,
7,
6, 5,
5,
4, 3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1.
Hopefully that was enough time for you to go and grab your bottle of whatever you have there at the house, everybody. We're going to have a little drink here real quick, Des. Let's do we have any we got any like background music to make it a little more festive? Is there anything like that? Do we have anything like that? By any chance?
I don't
Maybe some
know.
copyright free stuff?
I don't have anything just like.
Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll get to it next time.
loaded.
All right, everybody. Let's have a drink here. Okay. The Jim Beam single barrel. Having a drink right now, everybody. Let's go.
Who's got? I got
Woo!
Coca-Cola.
Oh, thank God I got one for afterwards. Jesus, everybody. Oh, man. Whew. That hurt a little bit. Not gonna lie. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Clear World Radio. My throat is burning. Okay. God, moving on. Jesus.
Like a professional.
That wasn't a good idea, Des, but I'm just going to live with it. I don't have a choice at this point. I'm going to live with it. We got one more news story right here. Then we're going to move on to things. But this last one, just because we've talked about it a few times, I just wanted to cover it real quick.
Okay.
I'm screen sharing, aren't I?
Yeah.
Am I good?
Let me get you back up here. Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on.
Am I screen sharing the right thing?
It's minimized right now.
Okay, one second. Change windows. Let's see, MAXXXINE. Okay, here we go. This should be it.
Cool.
Is that it? Is that working?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Okay, if you're not familiar, Mr. Eli Roth, right? Eli did this, right? One second. I'm pretty sure it was Eli Roth. I just want to make sure real quick before. Ty West. My bad. I always get those two mixed up.
Okay.
Always get Eli Roth, Ty West mixed up. My apologies out there to Mr. Ty West. He's made some great movies. But so this started with a film called X. Great movie. It's about basically a porn crew that goes out to a family's farm estate to film a porn film, obviously. And they're like a guest room or their guest. It's not part of the house itself. It's a separate house. You know, basically a guest house in the back. And they show up. They film their movie or whatever, and things just go bad. I don't want to get into it too more than that if people haven't seen it. Things get out of control. There was an older lady by the name of Pearl who ends up being your bad guy or a bad lady, I guess. Fun story. While they were making this, Mia Goth, who has become one of the best we've got in the horror business right now. Goddamn, she is killing every single fucking role that she gets right now, and I'm so happy that she's become part of our horror world because A24 has been handling this, and X was fantastic. But while they were filming X, since Mia Goth played two characters, she played MAXXXINE. And she also played Pearl, which was the old lady who ended up being she ended up being crazy. I'll just say that. She might not be the big bad at the end, but she's there.
No spoilers.
Or maybe she is the big bad at the end, and I'm just trying to throw you off. It's either or, so you should go watch it. But while they were filming that, Mia Goth introduced the idea to Ty West that why don't they do a movie about the old woman, Pearl? Let's see how she became what she became. So right after that, they filmed Pearl. Same year, everything. And it's a beautiful Technicolor, like old school film. The colors pop so much, and it's a beautiful movie.
It's iconic.
Yeah. Honestly, it is. It's very. God, I'm trying to think of the word that I'm looking for here. It's It makes a big statement. It's like I said, it's a very colorful film. It kind of reminds me of like the early days when they first started doing color films in Hollywood, when they would like the colors would be so ridiculously saturated just because they were
like Wizard of
overcompensating
Oz.
for the black and white films. Literally, exactly.
Yeah.
Wizard of Oz. And Pearl is just like that. Pearl is very, very oversaturated, but it's beautiful. It is so good. It looks great. It's a good movie. Good story. Good performances from everyone. It's exactly what you would want from an origin story. But this third one does. The third one is looking like it might be the best yet. This one's called MAXXXINE. We're going to follow the younger version. We're going to be following Mia Goth with the younger character that she played in the first film X, which that character's name is MAXXXINE, and obviously she's going for the 3 X's here. So, still dealing with porn. Still dealing with the porn. Yep.
Okay.
In that first film, X, she was filming a porn film with everybody else who was with her. And it looks like here in the 80s, this is going to spend a lot of time in the 80s. And we're going to follow her journey through 1980s Los Angeles. Let me read a little bit of a quote here.
That's where I come from.
So it looks like... Whoa, I didn't want to interrupt you. What'd you say there, Jess?
Oh, I said that's where I come from. 1980s Los Angeles.
Yes. Very true. Very true. Let our audience know so they can dox you properly. Anyways.
Sure.
So I'm just gonna read this here. This is from Bloody Disgusting. They're a great source. Them, Fangoria, Dread Central. If you're looking for good horror movie info, these are great sites to go to. So A24's MAXXXINE, starring Mia Goth, will release in theaters this July. which is very good. If I don't know if a lot of you keep up with my Twitter, but last week somebody tweeted out a collage of upcoming horror films, and they said, which one are you looking forward to the most? Obviously, I picked Terrifier 3 because we're big Art the Clown fans here at Clearwater Radio.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. So there was that. Obviously, I answered that was our top one. But afterwards, I wanted to make a little note saying, if only we had a release date for MAXXXINE, then we'd be in business. We'd have a second really solid film to probably look forward to in 2024. And it looks like that's actually happening because the trilogy is going to be completed with MAXXXINE, which is both a sequel to X and Pearl, that will bring Mia Goth, who played both characters, MAXXXINE and Pearl, into the 1980s. But when is it going to be released, you ask? So we've got July 5th, which is going to be fun, ladies and gentlemen. You need to go to the movie theater on July 5th and see this film. We want the movie theaters to be let's make sure that the horror movies stay in movie theaters.
Yeah.
Because, they're hurting kind of bad. We can't lie here, does. The superhero films are dying and failing left and right.
Well, yeah.
So what's the next best thing we can get? Let's get horror movies and thrillers and special screenings of other things.
Like rescreenings. There you go. Rescreenings of classics. People like to go to the movies.
Anniversary releases, for instance. Which is funny because there was one yesterday that I almost got dragged into going to. Des, you want to know what the name of that film was?
What? Trolls 3?
That film was The Notebook.
Oh.
It was almost bad, Des. I almost had to go and deal with it because, believe it or not, this year is the 20th anniversary of The Notebook. So, I can't believe it's that old. Can you?
Yeah.
I was dragged.
Yeah, I feel like it's been in my life forever.
Yeah. Are you a fan of that story?
No, I'm a woman. I'm just a woman.
That's what I'm saying. Most women love that story. So are you on the same page as them?
No, it's just that was always the go-to at every sleepover or ladies get together. Ladies
the girls wanted to cry.
I don't. I'm over it.
Stuff, right?
I'm so over it.
I feel you on that.
The old people die. Spoiler alert. All the old people die. Everybody dies.
Oh my God. Can you believe that? The old people die. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I remember seeing it when I was a teenager in high school. Like, that was right before I got out of high school. Yeah. So I think I was actually with my second girlfriend ever at the time when that film came out. If you can believe it.
Oh,
that was...
Then
woo!
That's going to be like...
I think it was in...
I've never cried so much as with this movie.
What's 14 and 15? Is that 9th grade, 10th grade? Right?
Yeah. Huh? Yeah?
Yeah. That was second girlfriend territory. So, that was fun. You don't know what's going to happen in the long run. Anyways, that was fun and stuff. I think we all have...
a notebook
If
story.
anybody... People are going to lie to you if they tell you they don't have fond memories of high school. Everybody has fond memories of high school, but also hated memories of high school.
Yes.
There's a line. There's a line there, does.
There is. We were really into Moulin Rouge. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, that was our
Of all
like,
things, I
romance
did not
movie.
expect to hear that.
Oh, really?
Not
Well, it
expect to hear
came
that
out
one.
when I was in, like, it came out that, like, during that time.
Was that an
Yeah.
04 film? Well, that was like 04 or 05,
No,
right?
it had to be 01.
Was it earlier than that?
Yeah.
01? Oh my
Yeah.
god. Who all was in that one
Or
again?
2000? John Leguizamo, Ewan McGregor, Nicole Kidman.
Oh, yes.
You had the guy that was in the movie we just saw.
Which one?
Darkman. I don't know. One of the guys in Darkman was also in.
Liam Neeson?
No, I think the guy that played Harry Ziegler.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know.
Who was that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, whatever.
And Lord of
Yeah,
the
keep
Rings.
going.
Yeah, he was in Lord of the Rings. Yeah. I don't know.
Lord of
Lots
the
people.
Rings guy.
Lots of people. Kylie Minogue makes a little cameo.
Oh, yeah.
I could probably still sing all of Elephant Melody if anybody wants to do a duet with me sometime at karaoke.
I could look into it. We could make this happen, Des. We could totally. I mean, I'm surprised we haven't done a harmony song yet.
It's hard to do on Discord. It really is.
It really is. Yeah, I remember Sean and I tried to jam a few times, and the lag is a goddamn bitch on Discord. Yeah. Fucking hate it. Like
you don't notice it too bad, but. When you're just talking and stuff, like it's annoying when you're just talking and stuff, but then trying to get on the same harmony. No,
playing an instrument with that delay is just like impossible.
No,
because your fingers aren't matching up with what your ears are hearing, and it's very hard to keep that going. Only I mean, I've done it before, but it just wasn't very easy.
No.
Let's just say that. But anyways, okay, so MAXXXINE is coming out on July 5th. And this film has been without a release date for months. We've been getting teased about it since last year, probably the year before. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it was announced in 2022. Because if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure X and Pearl came out in 2022 versus 2023. Let me just check here real quick. I don't want to give everybody the wrong idea here. Let's see. Okay, X. Search Google for X.
Well,
movie.
Careful.
Let's see.
Careful. Yeah, I'm just gonna hide the.
Is all this being shown right now? Is everything I'm doing being
shown? Not anymore.
Okay. I never think about that because, if I do anything naughty, it's through an incognito window anyways. So, you guys can go fuck yourselves because you're not gonna get anything from me. Go fuck off. I don't care. Anything weird is through an incognito. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Don't speak too soon. Remember who you're about to go work for?
Yeah, about that. Anyways, X. Yeah. What were we looking up X for anyways? What was it? What were we doing?
I don't know. Release date. What year was released? But
oh yeah, year. Okay, 2022. That's also the year that Pearl came out. So 2 years ago, we got the first two films. Now we're getting the third, and this is supposed to be the trilogy. So after this,
that's nice.
Should be solid.
Just wraps it up.
Yeah. I think we're gonna be good. Ty West himself has said that he has an idea for a fourth film, but we'll get to that once we get the third. Once we get to the third, we'll start reporting on the fourth. I don't want to get ahead of ourselves too much here. Because of, it's just like, what if it gets canceled? I don't want to promise things to our audience that we can't deliver.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You don't want to tell them any lies.
And being semi-honest there, I mean, there's not really much we can do about that. But, okay, so all I really want to say about the next thing, I'm just gonna pull up the link real quick and just talk over it a tiny bit. So, Final Destination 6 is finally going to be released.
Finally. How long?
We've been waiting on this one for years. It got started in 2019 before the lockdowns does. This was before everything happened.
Oh, so this got caught in the fuckery.
Yes. On top of that, they also had these strikes to deal with. So I can understand it taking this long, to be honest.
Yeah.
It looks like they've been working on this since 2019, and we've got a final title, of course.
Final destination.
Yes, and it looks like our final title is going to be Final Destination Bloodlines. If you're a horror movie fan, then you remember that Pet Sematari's most recent sequel slash prequel was actually called Bloodlines as well. If I'm not mistaken, there's even a Hellraiser film called Bloodlines.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
not
It's not original.
not original in the slightest. But from what I understand, this might follow. This might be one that makes sense with that title. Maybe if death can't get these certain people, it'll move on to maybe their family. That's what I'm thinking of. With the title,
seems the most logical.
Yeah. Seriously, I think that's it. I'm gonna read a little bit of this from this article here.
Because
What was that?
if
Is
you
everything
escape
okay?
death, I'm just thinking like logically, if you escape death and then you have a kid, like, yeah, your kid's not supposed to survive. Your kid's not supposed to exist as far as fate's concerned.
Exactly. Like death told you
Interesting.
before that this shouldn't happen. So
Yeah.
what happens when you go against the universe's
Last
plan?
person, that shouldn't happen.
Yeah. I don't even really want to say God's plan because we're not really. It's not really ever hammered into our heads that the Final
fate.
Destination stuff is done by God. It's more just. It feels like fate, just like you said.
Yeah.
It's more
like
of
Greek
a
God thing.
Yeah, like you can't remove yourself from this equation. It's gonna happen no matter what.
Yeah.
So it looks like the Final Destination franchise is returning to life with a brand new film. We've learned that filming is already underway this week. Additionally, we now have an official title, like I said before. The sixth film is called Final Destination Bloodlines. Anyways, producer Craig Perry, he wrote this on social media this past week. Quote, after a long, hard slog through the pandemic and the strikes, day one is finally in the can. 2025, next year, will mark the 25th anniversary of the release of the first installment in the franchise. Great timing. So, to honor the occasion with another worldwide theatrical release in IMAX.
Oh, all right.
Nonetheless, is a rare and wonderful thing. Des, we're getting an IMAX release.
Okay.
We're getting an IMAX release
hope
for
we get
Final
another,
Destination.
If we get another roller coaster moment, then literally the roller
Oh
coaster.
my
I think
God,
they used
that
the
one was
3D
good.
gimmick in that one.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, I
like
remember the
that.
3D gimmick in a Final Destination.
Yeah,
That was pretty
yeah.
fucking good. That kind of works.
It was like 3 to 5 years, right, where they just did a shit ton of 3D movies.
Yeah, everything they could shoehorn in and get people to put glasses on for. Yeah.
The last Saw film was 3D, for fuck's sake. Saw 7, like the final chapter was in 3D. That tells you a lot
Yeah.
right there. Okay, so the sixth installment in the saga is called Bloodlines, obviously. Producer Craig Perry writes on social media this week, quote, after a long, hard slog, okay, we already read that part, to honor the occasion with another worldwide theatrical release in IMAX, no less, is a rare and wonderful thing, end quote. Very true. Perry's post continues, quote, see you next year. P.S. I know. Pet Cemetery Bloodlines.
Oh.
But this is the title we've had for 3 years, and we're keeping it.
Okay.
Quote, like, ... for now. And I appreciate him actually mentioning that, because Pet Cemetery Bloodlines was not very good,
I don't
to
even
say the
remember
least.
it, honestly. When did it come
I don't even, I doubt you've even watched it. It came out last year. I think it was on Peacock, and that's it.
Okay. Yeah, no.
And yeah, it was. I don't know if you love that stuff, if you love that show, for instance, you probably enjoy it, but it's nothing that I would pay extra money for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, Perry's post continued with, see you next year. P.S. I know, Pet Cemeteries, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we read that part. Okay, so Zach Lepovsky and Adam B. Stein from the film Freaks, which is a great movie, by the way, are directing the fresh installment. What can we expect from the upcoming Final Destination 6? When they were speaking with Collider, the franchise creator Jeffrey Reddick offered up an intriguing and mysterious tease last year, building upon comments he made to Dread Central in 2022, which is one of my favorite places for news. If you're a horror hound, check out Dread Central. They are one of the best when it comes to this stuff. Riddick suggested, without saying too much, that Part 6 will add a whole new layer to the franchise. What does that mean? This next paragraph should tell you, maybe. Quote, this film dives into the film in such a unique way that it attacks it from a different angle, so you don't feel like, quote, oh, there's an amazing setup, and then there's going to be one wrinkle that can potentially save you all that you have to kind of make a moral choice about or do to solve it. There's an expansion of the universe that I'm being so careful. Reddick teased. So let's move in. In the aforementioned interview in Dread Central back in 2022, Reddick had noted that the sixth installment is, quote, a true Final Destination movie, but one that, quote, doesn't follow that kind of formula that we've kind of established. Okay, so, Des, I think we've both seen some Final Destination films. So does this hint at it not following its own design, like usual? Death itself?
Maybe. I mean, maybe that does, that does sound like something, like being shaken up in death itself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, maybe, let's see, maybe, let's see, what was I thinking? Fuck, I can't remember where I was going with that. But anyways, okay, so part 6 is going to be written by Lori Evans Taylor. Let's do a little bit of live research here, everybody. It says here that she's known for Wicked Games, which I have never seen. So let's do a little bit of a Google search live, everybody. So the new film is going to be written by Lori Evans Taylor and Guy Busick. Guy Busick was responsible for Scream 5, which makes me feel okay with him. And the third writer, which whenever a film has more than 2 people involved with writing it, I become concerned because then it's too many cooks in the kitchen kind of situation.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I prefer having one guy write a movie and one guy direct it. If it's the same guy that's written and directed it, that's 10 times better because they know the entire vision that they're going for.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I know there's obviously directors that adapt other people's scripts and things of that nature, but whenever a filmmaker actually gets to create the thing that they want to create, be it whatever it is, and getting the kind of people that they want to work on it, that always makes me very, very happy. Okay, so producers on the new movie for New Line Cinema also include Diane McGonigal from Cop Car, as well as Final Destination producers Craig Perry and Sheila Hanahan Taylor. This will be the 6th installment in the hit franchise and the first in over 10 years. Each film centers on, quote, death, hunting down young friends who survive a mass casualty event. This is all I really want to read here from Craig Perry, who's a gentleman that's like very involved with things. Did I read this already?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was already quoted earlier. Okay, cool. Yeah. So see you next year. So that'll be 2025. We've got then to look forward to things.
Okay.
Are you a Final Destination fan, Des? Have you seen the other ones?
I have been. Yeah, I've seen most of them, I think.
It's been a while. I'm actually looking forward to a new one.
I did really like this
the
series.
last one. The last one was part 5, which was literally called The Final Destination, which was always hinted to me that was the end of things.
Yeah. Well,
but I mean, it's such a good generic idea that you eventually are going to bring it back. Obviously.
Yeah.
It's just one of those movies.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. Should we handle the intermission first, or should we go on straight to the terrible mascots?
Let's do
I think we should handle the intermission. Okay.
Just
throw me up a BRB screen. I will play everybody a song. But when we get back, everybody, we have our good friend Calypso. She's been very active in the Midnight Movie Madness program that we have over in the Clear World Radio Discord. And she's gone above and beyond, and God bless her to death. She did some research into terrible mascots because in Happy Death Day, their college has a terrible fucking mascot. So there's that. So we'll get to that soon. Midnight Movie Madness will be right after this intermission. Throw me up a BRB screen. When we get back, we'll be playing you guys a song. We'll see you in just a second.
I'm going over. Oh, hold on. There you go. Here.
Am I good? All right, everybody. I'm gonna play a song for you real quick, and after that, we're going to take a tiny break, and we'll be right back after that. And we'll be getting on to Midnight Movie Madness right afterwards. We'll be talking about that. We got a tiny little panel of our friends together. We'll be chatting about what we thought about the movie, if it was good, if it was bad. I've got a personal preference on it there, so we'll see how that goes. But thank you for sticking with the program, everybody. We really do appreciate it, Des and I. We enjoy doing this. It's a labor of love. It's the love of the game, as we always say. It's just fun to do, like we have fun doing this. So why not do it every week? I mean, it's just something to look forward to, honestly. So, this first song, I'm going to play a second one at the very end of the night. This first song is called Tomorrow Never Comes. Okay, here we go. Well, the war's on TV for my money and my coat, and I go walking down Elm Street, pocket full of phones. Smells like gasoline, feels like they forgot you. All my friends used to come around here. Well, the neighborhood rings, the cars line up and block like the polish in the surface of the moon. Sap used up and sound up straight. I can see your face. Remember you standing in the light, whispering something, whispering my name. Feels like forever, but tomorrow never came. Everybody laughs as their hair's turning gray. They shrug it off like it's just gonna pass. Something in their eyes gets lost like the staring in the distance. See you standing in the light, whispering something, whispering my name. Feels like forever, but tomorrow never came. See you standing in the light, whispering something, whispering my name. Feels like forever, but tomorrow never came. Tomorrow never comes. When you feel this way, when you feel this love, hey, tomorrow never comes. When you feel this way. With the wars on TV, put my money in my coat, and I go walking down Elm Street, pocket full of holes. Be back in 10. We'll see you soon for Side B of Clear World Radio.
It's easy to fall in love. When you fall in love, you know you're done. You got easy eyes to hunt in the world above. Needs your blood in the cold veins of the richest man. He'll pay you way to steal a hand. There ain't no easy way. No, there ain't no easy way out. There ain't no easy way. No, there ain't no easy way out. There ain't no easy way. No, there ain't no easy way out. It's easy to fall in love. When you run your luck, you know you're done. And the last kid had a fool's cost. Now your tired eyes can only haunt. There ain't no easy way. No, there ain't no easy way out. There ain't no easy way. No, there ain't no easy way out. There ain't no easy way. No, there ain't no easy way out. There ain't no easy way. No, there ain't no easy way out. There ain't no easy way. No, there ain't no easy way out. There ain't no easy way. No, there ain't no easy way out. There ain't no easy way. No, there ain't no easy way out. There ain't no easy way. No, there ain't no easy way out. There ain't no easy way. No, there ain't no easy way out. There ain't no easy way. No, there ain't no easy way out. There ain't no easy way. No, there ain't no easy way out.
Well, I hope that you know that you died in my dream. We were both in the grass where the wind took you and put you in my past. So just breathe. So just breathe. Hold it in and think of me. Just don't write the names on the wall next to the mirror. Somebody wrote on the stall, Roach Heaven, and then they drew an arrow. Game over, I'm out, home by 11. Game over, we're already in bed and relaxed, so forget it. Ignoring the news and waiting for Letterman. Sorry, but not tonight. Send my regards to Roach Heaven. Sorry, but not tonight. Send my regards to Roach Heaven. I'm out. Well, this city has a hungry howl. It's a hungry little girl with a mouth full of metal. Ooh, I bet you're tired from all that running around, trying to catch up to yourself, playing tag with your shadow. You write her name on the wall. It's in the corner. Somebody wrote on the stall, Roach Heaven, and then they drew an arrow bunny. Game over, I'm out, home by 11. Game over, I'm already in bed and relaxed, so forget it. I'm ignoring the news and waiting for Letterman. Sorry, but not tonight. Send my regards to Roach Heaven. Sorry, but not tonight. Game over, I'm out. Sorry, but not tonight. Send my regards to Roach Heaven. Sorry, but not tonight. Game over. Game over. I'm out. Game over now. Game over, I'm out.
Hey everybody, welcome to Clear World Radio. It's Side B. We are back. It's time for some Midnight Movie Madness stuff. I think it was it was close to a month ago now. Actually, it was almost officially a month ago. We my birthday was February 9th. And we celebrated by we spent 2 weeks watching the Happy Death Day films.
Yes.
That was fun. The first one from 2017, obviously. The second one from 2019. We watched those 2 weeks in a row. We had some fun. But before we get into that, we've got something special for y'all. And that is... in Happy Death Day at their college, they have one of the most ridiculous mascots I have ever seen in my goddamn life. And I have a little bit of info about said mascot. But before we get there, I want to welcome Calypso, everybody. Welcome, Calypso, to Clear World Radio.
Well, hello, thank you. A warm invitation.
How you doing tonight, Calypso? Everything okay? You having a good night? Is she here?
Yeah, she
Yeah, if I could figure out how to work my phone. I'm sorry about that. Technical difficulties. But yeah, no, I'm just a little tired.
I hear
no.
her.
Kind of here. One second. Sorry, Calypso. I gotta turn you up.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I've got her
You there?
cranked up
You
a
good?
bit.
All right.
Okay, I
About
can
now?
hear you. I can hear you. Yeah.
If my computer
So-
wasn't trying to die, that's all.
Mine tries to commit suicide at least twice an episode, so I understand completely.
Mm-hmm.
But almost a month ago, we started these 2 films and we watched them, and you had this fantastic idea, which was you were going to check into the worst mascots ever. Because if you don't know, in Happy Death Day and Happy Death Day to You, their mascot is basically a baby.
Big baby.
That's it. A big baby. A very big baby. So there's that. Obviously there's way worse than that. And Calypso, what did you find? What did you discover on your journey?
Well, a delightful assortment of both family friendly and incredibly offensive names. There's a huge list of just weird mascots. There is a lot to go through. I think I had about, I know, well over 100, and I had to narrow it down as much as I could. So the 20 that, or however many that I put up there, that was just the best I could really do out of them, because some of them kind of were like, whatever. But yeah, I'm kind of excited about the list, well, parts of the list, but there are some parts that aren't exactly friendly for all. So if you're really sensitive, I don't know, you might want to skip ahead. Just saying. Some of these are pretty bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to give you a trigger warning because this isn't that kind of program. It's a late night show. If you can't handle topics that are probably going to make some people uncomfortable, you probably shouldn't be tuning into this show. Just being honest. Like, I'm not trying to get you to not watch our program. Obviously, I'm not joined by the most controversial guests and co-hosts in the world right now on this program, but I could see how a good bit of half of these would probably quote upset some people.
I mean, for
And
being
God knows
bad,
I'm fine with that.
for being bad, some of them are pretty good for being bad, I guess, if you want to look at it
Yes.
that way.
Yes.
Half full glass.
I'm a big fan of pushing the envelopes. You know, we're not monetized. I can't say that I can say whatever I want because, you know, stuff could still get taken down. But for now, I don't really have to worry about like a lot of the other stuff that the YouTubers have to worry about. And if you enjoy that kind of coverage to where we don't have to care about what YouTube thinks of our show, well, we don't have to care about what really anybody thinks of the show. If you enjoy it uncensored to where we can do whatever we want before we're monetized, send a dono. We'd appreciate it. Anything you donate to the program is going towards making this program better for you and better for us. As in this microphone, this new mixer right here, almost 50% funded by all of you out there in the audience. So give yourselves a hand. Really appreciate that. You guys have been fantastic to us as very small, very small creators. We don't have the biggest footprint, and honestly, I'm fine with that. I've said this many times, but I would rather have 150 subs that actually enjoy the show and watch it each time versus 1,000 or 10,000 subs to where we only get 100 to 200 views. Like I would much rather have people subscribe to the channel that actually watch it each time versus you guys know what I'm talking about, the empty subs. Like, you know, other
Bots.
YouTubers will turn people on to us or whatever. And it's like, hey, go sub to these guys, and they'll sub, and you know, they don't really watch the show, and after a while they'll unsubscribe, and it's just like, what was the point of that? But you know, we appreciate anybody that actually tries to give the show a chance. Thank you very much. From the bottom of our hearts at Clear World Radio.
So now we have some slurs on the screen.
Do we? My favorite part of the program, everybody. Let's go.
So I've got the list.
Let's fucking go. Okay.
All right, go ahead, Calypso.
Oh boy, here we go. So wait a minute now. Am I reading all of them? Is that what this is? Okay. Give me a
Or
Go
just
for it.
yeah.
Well, like I said, I'm.
If there's something you don't feel comfortable saying, just
Oh,
relay it
it's
to
not
me.
that. I just got to pull it up. Okay, so I've got the list on my screen now. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Okay,
All good.
so what won the vote? Apparently, the chink. So,
Yeah, that's not a good
if somebody's
mascot.
not aware, if somebody's not aware, I mean, I would imagine everybody's probably aware, but if somebody's not aware, that's obviously an Asian slur, and they did update the name. Of course, I don't remember what to. That's not the point. The point is this existed first. And then we've got the purple pounders for the hard second, I guess. I don't know where this came from. I don't know what the idea was, besides maybe like the school color was purple,
Yeah. And then like
according to
something about pounding, maybe. Like
pounding the opponent. I'm
Yeah.
not sure that my source had much clarification on me having to bounce around. on
either
my
way,
phone,
I
so-
think I've seen a adult toy also titled
Yeah.
the Purple Pounder. So.
So that's why I made it on my
The
list.
purple pounder.
Because that's exactly what I was thinking. And there's a giant fist on their banner.
Oh, it was a
So,
fist.
okay.
Oh no.
Okay.
Pretty sure they're still called that. I'm not 100%. but
We
yeah.
don't need that.
And
Please
then,
continue, Calypso. Sorry.
we've got a tie between three for the third place. Okay, so let's have fun with this. You guys ready?
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
Brown
yeah, let's hear it.
Squad. The
The
Brown
what?
Squad.
The Brown Squad?
Squaws? As in.
Squaws. Why am I saying this so much?
Yeah, you.
So-
like,
The Brown Squaws or Squad?
Yeah, no. No, the first time
Think-
you had it.
Think country
Squaws?
western movies with native indigenous people, what they referred to their women as, but
Yeah.
apparently the term that they used for that actually means vagina. So they were just talking about the men's of the tribe vaginas. I
Of
guess.
course
I don't
they
know. Anyway.
were.
Mm.
So anyway, yeah, it's the internet now, I guess.
Mm.
The corn jerkers. And the thing with this one, the corn jerkers, it is a giant corn on the cob
Corn jerk.
with
Oh,
its whatever you want to call it still on it, and looks like it's actually jerking its corn.
Oh, it's got like the silk at the top, like white stuff coming
Yeah.
out. Okay, cool. Cool.
Yeah. And this was because this particular mascot was based on the town's culture around corn farming
Mm.
and corn shucking, which
Iowa?
they call corn jerking.
Mm.
I think
Of
it's
course.
Idaho, actually. I
Idaho,
think.
okay.
I thought maybe. But this was at the point because they didn't actually think about what they were doing, I guess. But maybe it was just being innocent. I don't know. But the fact that they made their mascot on the banner
Yeah,
do the
they-
thing it does no.
They probably thought it was funny and like totally appropriate for the high school
Watch
mascot.
list.
Honestly, yeah.
Watch list.
Oh, totally, yeah.
And then we have the winged beavers to finish up
Winged
the tie.
beavers.
The winged beavers. And then here we go. The rest of this list. We're gonna get through quite a bit of the racial stuff, I guess. Then it kind of drops off. But we got the Ethiopian clowns, which disbanded quite a while ago. They became the Cincinnati Clowns. So if you don't have an idea of where that was originally located, now you probably have more of an idea.
Oh.
Thank you, Ohio. I about fucked up, my bad. Thank you,
Ohio.
Ohio, for that one. Yeah. The
Mm.
Fighting Coons, which,
Eee.
to be fair, they are using a raccoon for their mascot, but that is still not really the
Yeah,
best idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, not a good one.
So, and here, this one ties our big baby mascot from the movie, and that's the QPs. Now, I did link a picture of that in the Discord
I
chat. If
do
you're
have a
able to
picture
access
of that right there.
Oh, can we look at that, Des? Let's
Yep.
see. Let me go
got a
to the
QP
screen
right
share
there.
here and make sure. Oh my god, that looks terrifying.
And the story behind this one, the name of the mascot or the mascot came from the fact that a entire basketball game was played or practice was done with a QP doll in the middle of the court and it didn't fall over one time. And the team won.
Oh.
So they decided to go with that. And the funniest
So,
comment I've
one
seen
instance.
about it, well, there is a Twitter post, I guess. This guy went to the school or that mascot, and he said that he can't find a single picture online that's not hilariously disturbing of this mascot.
Yeah.
That was actually the screenshot of that tweet was what was used in the article. So I went and looked it up, and he's right. It's
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
So then we got my personal, I guess, slur that I could own, the WAP. Yay. WAP
The
being
WAP?
without papers.
The wops.
Without papers, as in the Italian
Oh.
slur. Yeah. And then the Arabs.
Okay.
And the Arabs are now the mighty Arabs, by the way, but they were the Arabs, and their mascot is definitely an Arab. But anyway, and then we got the bubblers, which are literal bubbles, the galloping ghosts, which is kind of dumb, the hobos, Florida, the honkers,
Oh boy.
I mean,
maybe
yeah, right?
Maybe
The midget-
geese.
I mean, if you want to take it that way, I think my brain is a little bit too jaded from current society to be able to, think differently.
Oh,
So
yeah.
instantly.
Yeah.
The midget,
Oh,
okay.
now the small people.
yeah, yeah. And then
It's
the
always
mighty
down
bird-
to the small people at the end of the day.
Yeah, well, I don't know how they feel about it, but at least this, if
They have
know.
very
But
short
yeah.
tempers, Calypso. Very, very short tempers.
Small hands.
Well, I think the team name is still that. And then we have. So they're going to get over it, I guess. But then we have the Mighty Bunnies.
Yeah, get over it, you motherfuckers. You're short. Get over it. Yeah. Exactly,
I guess
Calypso.
I
I'm
like
putting
that.
words in your mouth at this point. Calypso
I mean,
fucking
how those words
hates
stuck to them
midgets.
are- Yeah, right. Well, that's good for you. I should have expected it.
I had to do
Oh my
it to
God.
you. I'm sorry. I'm
you're
waiting for
good.
Calypso to just dip out of the call at this point.
No,
She's
you're
like,
good.
fuck
You're
this
good.
guy.
I'd rather it be you than, well, some fucking idiot that I've never talked to before. Like, that's
True, true, true. At least, I have good intentions. There's that.
at least we can laugh about it. Then
True.
we've got the Nimrods, which, by the way, apparently means Kingslayer, but it
Oh.
sounds dumb. So the Nimrods, apparently, it's an insult now.
Great Green Day album. Great
Yeah.
Green Day album.
Right? It is. I love Green Day.
Mm.
The Obazags, which is gazebo
what?
spelled backwards. The Obazags. It's
Oh, the
gazebo spelled
gazebo.
backwards.
So, is gazebo a
stupid as
word that
hell.
I'm not familiar with that
Gazebo.
means something bad?
It's the
No.
thing that you see in movies where romantic movies where people kiss and stuff
Yeah.
to get away from the
Oh,
rain
I'm
and
familiar with
whatever.
gazebos. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm
This is a
familiar with
literal
them, but
mascot.
does that
No.
word mean something that I'm not familiar
No,
with?
they probably have a
Nope.
gazebo at the school that
It
is
is.
the gazebo, but they didn't want to be called the gazebos because that would be stupid. So
It is.
the Obazags, which is not stupid apparently.
It is
I mean,
literally
it's
that.
not
It
as
was
bad.
Just because it's a gazebo that they have on the campus.
Oh my god.
I hate it.
And then the Savages.
Couldn't do better than that.
Oh, dear. Okay, yeah. Savages?
Yeah, just as you say
Mhm.
that. The Savages. And then the Web Feet.
Savages.
By the way, the web feet, web part I added in just to clarify. They're literally just the feet.
Oh,
And their mascot is a shoe
A
with a
foot.
foot. Yeah, in it. At least it's got a
Okay.
shoe on it. You know how I feel about that. But just at least it has a shoe on it.
I
So
hate it.
it's so dumb.
I
So
hate
bad. But yeah, that completes that list. And I've got links in the Discord or whatever for the other stuff under the voice chat. But
So the
It's
Bayside's
it's
babies,
okay.
the Bayside baby killers or baby, oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Killers.
So are they the Bayside's?
Oh my God.
It's just fucked. We're all done.
So should we talk about Happy Death Day?
Yeah,
man.
yeah. Let's get everybody in here
Lauren
that
and
wants
Abe.
to talk about it.
Anyone
We got
else
Abe?
who wants to talk about Happy Death Day or Happy Death Day to you is free to get in the Discord.
Yes, seriously.
Join
So who else did we have that watched the video with us? We had Biddy, right? We had RBF.
RBF was there and Oz, but I haven't seen Oz.
RBF
today,
and Oz.
so.
I haven't heard from either of those. I've talked to RBF. She has a bit of a seems like she has a bit of a family emergency going on. Otherwise, she would be here right now. So shout out to her. Hopefully, she's doing well. Hope her family is well, and that she figures out whatever's going on. Oz, no idea. It says he's online right now. I have no idea why the fuck he's not here right now. Oz,
I don't know,
what are you
Alan Wake,
thinking?
much for you. Something for Oz over there, maybe. That's probably what's going on.
Oh well, I'm
Entrapment of the day.
happy. I'm happy as long as these panels are at least half men and half women.
Okay.
Ooh,
Like
or the
that might.
sexes, gender.
Yeah, exactly. That might sound terrible, but I like having even distribution when it comes to opinions like this.
Okay.
Because as sexist as it might sound, women usually have different opinions on films than men.
I mean, it's true.
I mean, it's just how
And
it is,
sometimes
which
not
is
true
which is
because
great.
I don't watch movies. So,
I mean, it's
so.
great. I love hearing different opinions, and having Abe here, for instance, is good because Abe, you didn't like these movies. Is that correct? Right?
No,
Isn't that
no,
what
no.
you said?
I really actually enjoyed the first one,
I was
and
one
the
that did
second
not.
one kind of fell off for me because it was so.
Mm.
It was like the gimmick kind of wore off a bit. It went really slapsticky, campy shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't hate the second one. It was fun for sure, but I definitely enjoyed the first more than the second. Which is
I
wait,
understand that. I
you said
understand it.
you enjoyed the second more than the first, right, Nick?
Yeah, actually.
I like the second
can't,
more than the first, too. but-
Really,
because-
Des, what was it about the second one that you enjoyed more than the first?
Because Tree, the main character, she was just balls to the wall crazy the entire time and didn't have any like come into Jesus moment like she did in the first movie. That just took me out. Like
Yeah.
it pissed me off when she would like stop being an asshole. I liked her.
Oh yeah,
being
she's
an
like, I'm
asshole.
a bitch.
Yeah, so I really liked in the second one how she was just like totally balls to the wall asshole, just like dying over and over again. That was funny.
It was good. She did come into her own at the very end, though. Just be like, "Fuck this." But I did enjoy that. Let's see. With both these films, I'm very sad that we haven't gotten part 3 yet because there's plans for part 3. There's actually some story beats out there for what part 3 would be. And after we finish talking about this a little bit, I'd actually like to get into that. But Des, what would you give this one? Let's just combine the two of them since it's basically one continuous story. I guess. I'd kind of like to judge it that way just because it would be easier for everybody. I think. So. What would you give these 3 out of 5? How many radio towers?
Honestly, I'm gonna go with a 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know. Like I just
No, no. I love these
You could
differing
miss it.
opinions. This just
That would be
makes this
fine.
what it is. Yeah. These are two films that you could just never see.
Yeah.
And it really wouldn't matter at the end of the day. I
Yeah.
agree with that 100% fucking wholeheartedly.
They're
Like
pretty
it's
fun, but
yeah, that's it. To me, it's the same thing. It's they're just they're fun, semi-mindless
I wouldn't
horror comedies to just kind of kick back, get stoned, and laugh at.
yeah, if I flipped on it, like if I was just like flipping through cable channels and I flipped to it, I probably wouldn't flip off of it right away.
Yeah.
That's my review. That's my rating.
And we got the Sunday special USA on channel fucking 23.
Like, oh,
I
okay.
know, Mr. Abe's video isn't video. I know Mr. Abe's review isn't going to be too much better than Duz's. So, Abe, tell us what you think.
If we're lumping them together, I give it the same score. But honestly, the
2 out of 5.
Yeah, the first one I think is a 3. The second one is a 2. So if we had a 2.5,
I do think the first is better than the second. I think I agree with everybody when they say that.
Yeah,
I'm not making half ratings.
I know.
Fuck it.
I get it, man. I get it completely.
Half staff tower.
Calypso, you haven't given a score yet. Let us know. With both films considered into your score, knowing what you know about these films in the background and stuff like that, since you've spent some time with the mascots. Out of 5, what would you give this franchise?
Personally, this I don't want to say 2, but I want to say 2. But everybody said 2, so what I'll do is I'll be cool about it and I'll give it a 2.5 because the first film was better than the second. Well, no, listen, the first film was better than the second. I hated the whole machine thing in the fucking second one. That was silly.
I hated that shit too.
Making her go back through it was funny in a way. But yeah, like that's the thing. I'll give it the 0.5 for the stupid big baby mascot thing because of the mask. Them using the mask for the killer like over and over again. It's just a nice creepy mask. So
Yes,
perspective on babies, I guess. Although realistically, would I watch this again? Probably not. I probably just wouldn't watch it again. It was fun the first time. But like, and if it came on again, maybe I'd let it play in the background, but it's not something I'd like go out of my way to keep or watch again.
There you go.
I mean, that makes sense.
And
I understand that.
their mascot was the Bayfield Baby.
Yeah. I actually have some notes on that real quick.
Yeah.
Here's some fun stuff real quick. I got a couple of facts for you here. So that Bayfield University baby killer costume was designed by Tony Gardner, who also designed, wait for it, the ghost face mask from Scream.
I just had a fucking
Iconic.
feeling.
Yeah.
I had a feeling when you dropped the mask that you were gonna say that because what else? I mean, what'd you say? But yeah, that's what I mean. The face, the mask, it was done just right. So
I can see with the smile.
There's also a little bit else here, and it says, and which is a reworked version of the Father's Death Halloween costume.
What? Father's Death?
So I'm not really too sure where that came from, but Death's Halloween costume. So what was it? Death's Halloween.
Father Death? What?
Father Death's Halloween. Let's see if that actually shows up.
Oh,
was
it's
gonna
it's the
say-
same as the Scream mask, essentially.
Oh, is it?
That was
Yeah.
Okay. So after that, let's see. And so the director, Christopher Landon, he needed a combination of something that would pass
Oh.
for a mascot on a college campus that was both scary and funny at the same time.
I mean, when? Way to go.
Yeah.
Plus, he was expecting a son at the time, so he had, quote, baby on the brain.
I get the
Baby
funny
anxiety.
part, but the scary is only in context, like that you know that
Oh, yeah.
someone's out there murdering. Like I don't.
Surprised there
know.
wasn't like spaces in between so that it was like obvious that like, oh no, that doesn't get hurt, don't worry. You know, like just
Damn.
normal shit. It's understandable though. Okay, there's two more really fun little facts right here when it comes to the mascot. So pass for a mascot. Okay, so the director, Christopher Landon, he needed a combo of something that would pass for mascots on a college campus that was both scary and funny at the same time. Plus, he was expecting a son at that time, so he had baby on the brain, like I just said. The original mascot and mask, which was designed by Tony Gardner, for the killer was a pig, a motif which was already done by the Saw movies beforehand. So that's fun.
yeah.
They originally had a pig picked out, but Saw got around to it way beforehand, which is interesting to think about because like Saw came out years before these films.
Yeah.
So
I feel like
so
you
how
could've
long
gotten
had they
away
been
with the
working?
pig, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it would have been okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. Here's something fun. So this movie was originally announced in 2007
Oh.
under the title Half to Death. The film was released on October 13th, 2017, a full decade later. And by Universal Pictures, it grossed $125 million worldwide on a $4.8 million budget, with critics deeming the film entertaining and praising Roth's performance while acknowledging the familiar premise, describing it as Groundhog Day meets Scream, which is actually a really great way to put it.
Yeah. I think we said Groundhog Day meets Terminator. Well, for the
Yeah, I
second
think
movie,
we-
it was Terminator.
Yeah, I think we talked about that multiple times. It's basically Groundhog Day as a slasher, and that describes it perfectly, in my opinion.
So what would you rate?
I'd give this one 3.5 out of 5, maybe a 4 out of 5, just because of how enjoyable I found it as an
4 out of
experience.
5 it is then.
It's not these aren't the best films. They're not the deepest films in the world. They're not going to give you like life lessons really or anything like that. But I don't know. I laughed while watching them, and that made me enjoy them more personally.
They're just not dark, man. That's all.
No, most definitely not. Like these were I guess you could actually say these were kind of like a dry run. Yeah. Excuse me. I'm so sorry for yawning like that. It feels like these were kind of a starting point for us to move on to more B-movie schlock. Because
Yeah,
these were
I
more
think so.
funny than they were scary. So
I mean, I'm all
you know.
down for B-movie. B-movies are fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a list. And we're going to start them all next month in April. April is going to be full of B-movie schlock
Bad
gorgeousness.
movies.
It's going to be great. We're going to be laughing our asses off every Monday night, so you might as well join us in the Discord server for Midnight Movie Madness on Mondays at midnight. Just saying.
Links in the chat.
Links in chat. Check it out.
Yep.
But,
I also have a special request for Mother's Day, by the way. Well, the day following. I know it's a Sunday normally, but I'm just saying, I actually had an idea for a movie for Mother's Day and even for non-moms out there. Like, it's a
Is it
movie that-
actually Mother's Day, the film?
No, actually, it's not. Okay.
Okay.
I'm
I
gonna
mean,
say
there's two versions of it, so
Is it
why
Mother?
not? I'm just saying.
It's called Men, actually, and it's by
Oh.
A24.
Oh, God. Oh, that movie. Fuck.
Thing.
Calypso, no.
I think no, but you
It
have to see it because
demonizes all of us.
it is amusing as fuck because when you pick up on, if you haven't seen it, you want to see it for at least a few things, okay?
I'm
And
not a bad
hating.
man.
It's not even man hating. I'm just saying. I'm talking. Just you have to see this movie. It is so wild. It is crazy. I watched it. I was like, "What the fuck?" It took me half the movie to see something that was right in front of my eyes the whole time, and I guessed second guess.
It was a mind
Like,
fuck. I'll give you that.
Good.
I will give you that. It is a
feel
real
like I
mind
like
fuck of a
this
film.
So instead
Have
of
you
doing
seen
a
it, Des?
I have
Have you seen it?
horror-
No, I feel like I like it.
You'd like it. You'd like it. It's,
I think
you
so.
fucking
Because, I
women.
mean, yeah, we
No, I'm
could pull
joking.
out
I'm
the
joking.
mom trope thing. I mean, we could pull out the mom thing, but I think that'd be a little bit cliche given
No.
everything. It's more inclusive for all the non-parentals too, I guess, to enjoy it in a way. But I mean,
of
the
what
topic
women
comes up
mean?
briefly in the movie. But
It made me appreciate that I don't have kids. Is that good?
yeah, relationship structures, children or lack thereof, yeah, all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Woo! Child free is the way
So,
to be.
and then, well, in this particular circumstance, especially, I guess, given the nature of the film, that like, wow, it's a shocker.
Somebody
Really?
quote that and take a photo of me doing this.
Clip it and then take a photo.
Clip it, everybody. There you go.
But yeah, having fun next month with B movies. Totally, I'm down.
Yes. Things are going to be changing a lot here at Clear World Radio. We found out that most of the people, honestly, that enjoy this show probably seem to enjoy Midnight Movie Madness more than anything. I have no idea how I'm yawning. I'm not even fucking tired. My bad. I'm not actually tired. I'm just kind of like kicking it. But anyways, things are going to change here quite a bit. It's going to be more, what's the word I'm looking for here, Des? It's going to be more,
Interactive?
I don't want to say entertaining because it's already entertaining. Like we,
Can't
we
promise
watch the
that.
movies every week.
Oh.
I think it probably will be more interactive, honestly.
More engaging.
Yes. With the stupider the movies get, the more of you we want there.
Yeah.
So show up
Yeah, it
because
seems like, oh, go ahead.
you want to watch and laugh at these movies. It's going to be fun. I promise.
Yeah.
I will do my best to find the best, worst movies to watch.
And the jokes are not YouTube friendly, so like you'd be missing out on all that, I guess too. I mean,
Yeah,
some of the shit we
absolutely,
say
absolutely.
is ridiculous, but
Yeah.
Can't get away with half this shit.
nope.
Can't do that on TV.
Thank God we're not monetized yet, so we don't really have to worry about that. It's just kind of we coast through One day they will look over our channel to see if we can actually make money, and Des and I are going to have to go back to every goddamn episode we've ever done and cut out all the music.
Just banking at watch hours right now. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about us.
Yep, it's basically just watch hours being built up right now, and I think we're actually doing pretty well in that department.
Which, by the way, I want to start streaming on Twitch, mostly just
I do,
into our Discord.
yes.
Just in the Discord, screen sharing, but also streaming on Twitch. Some video game stuff.
Are we going to restream the show itself on Twitch? Because I think that would be a good idea.
We could. We might. I could probably set that up. I'll see about that. But I was just gonna.
I think it's a good idea. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I gotta set it up. But I got it all set up to stream video games currently.
Yes.
And I have some horror games. I have this World of Horror, the Junji Ito inspired Lovecraftian choose your own adventure type game. That's really cool. That would be fun to play as a group. And also maybe
True.
Baldur's Gate. We might start a group play, a play together, Baldur's Gate.
That would be fun. I
Yeah.
could see that working out pretty well.
Yeah. Since we're all into video games now, we're gamers here.
Yeah, we're all
gamers.
gamers here now.
All right.
So, is there anything else anybody really wants to add to these movies after everything we've already said? Abe, you're probably the most critical of these films. Can you give me the biggest example of what made you really dislike these movies? What was it that made you
Like I said earlier, I actually really enjoyed the first. I think the second was really poo-pooed it for me. The whole
did it get too
fucking-
big?
Nah, it got too. It was the same shit over again. It was interesting to see like different perspectives of people, but like the
It got redundant.
building the machine and like
Mhm.
like having her memorize shit, like it was just I don't know. It was cheesy as fuck on this. I mean, the first one was cheesy as fuck too, but I feel like it was a novel cheesy.
Yeah,
I
I feel you on
lost
that.
all
It made more sense as a just
But
basically
you know,
as a fun
I
movie. It was.
I didn't hate either, honestly. I just enjoyed the first way more than I did the second.
That's fair.
I mean, I get that. Honestly, I really do get that because there's a lot of people that are in the same boat as you. And real quick before we call it quits, I do want to go over this real quick, which is I'm screen sharing right now, Des, if you want to show it. But we've got an idea of what part 3 would have been to finish up the trilogy. Actually, I want to read a little bit of this to everybody, just in case they've never heard it. I'd never heard it before this past week because I'd never looked this up personally. Let me know when we're good, Des.
Oh, we're good.
Everything
Yeah.
pulled up? Okay. So, Happy Death Day 3 would have been an, quote, epic apocalyptic horror. Okay, so it's time to blow out the candles on Happy Death Day, despite what sounds like wild plans. For a third movie, fans won't see trees survive another birthday, so it looks like it's not happening.
Okay.
So, in an interview with The Wrap to promote We Have a Ghost on Netflix, director Christopher Landon revealed his ideas for the now axed third movie in the series. As he described it, the movie, which was titled Happy Death Day to Us. That's an interesting title. Excuse me. Would have been a big budget apocalypse horror. Okay, first of all, thoughts from anybody. What do you think about that? That's a big jump from where we started. That's even a bigger jump. I don't want to say it's a big jump from where we ended. It's an even bigger jump from where we started.
It seems ambitious.
Yeah.
Yeah, overreaching thing.
I feel like this might have been a money issue. Like it was just too much to pull
it's a
off,
big
maybe.
budget. Yeah.
So it says, quote, the third movie was going to be an epic apocalyptic adventure with still elements of horror. Christopher Randon told the Rab. That was not getting left behind. But yeah, we were going to change gears again, and it was going to be bigger. Yep.
Of course, I always say that.
So, yeah, exactly. Landon said these ambitions might have been the death knell for Happy Death Day to us, as producers were unwilling to invest in such a risky proposition. Exactly. Despite the success of Happy Death Day in 2017, which grossed $125 million, and its 2019 sequel, Happy Death Day to You, brought in only half of that. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Quote, I think that was probably also what held us back a touch, because the concept for the third movie is a bigger, much bigger movie. He also added, I have to still keep it in my pocket on the off chance, because here's the thing, it's not time sensitive. I could make that movie whenever if they allowed me to.
Okay.
At some point, I'm just going to spill the beans. I had a full pitch. There was a whole movie that was ready to go in my brain.
Man.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Wow. Sounds
Fix
like a
fish it up.
director.
It really does sound like a fucking director right there. And I gotta give him props. It sounds like he knew what he was going for from the beginning. And I will always, always appreciate that.
Well, I think that he might be overestimating himself just a teeny bit.
Oh, yeah, totally.
But he can do it with his own money if that's what he wants to do.
Right.
Maybe it's just art for him instead of an actual career. I don't know. But I don't know much about him. Really?
It's true. You never really know.
Yeah, well, when it's about art, sometimes it takes a little time for it to pick.
Yeah. If only we all had rich parents. Anyway.
If only. God, I wish. God, things would have been so much easier. Holy shit.
Yeah.
My life.
Made movies.
Oh, I would have ended up in a great spot.
My trilogy. I can't make my trilogy because I'm too ambitious. The studio said no.
Right? I'm too busy. I got too many things going on to do the thing that I've always wanted to do.
Anyway.
I mean, I guess that's probably a good problem to have, but still, like, I don't know. Imagine working that hard to become a director and you never even get to do the thing that you wanted to do the most.
Well, we got to
That'd be
do 2 of
terrible.
them. 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
never.
Yep.
It's never too late. I mean, nothing's final until you're dead, right? So maybe he'll
Yeah.
still have a shining moment, I guess. But I'm gonna go ahead and pop off here because my phone is dying. I'm dying.
We're calling it a night, actually. So, Calypso, thank you so much for coming on. We really do appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Thank you for all your hard work when it came to the mascots. We really do appreciate it. That was really fun.
Well, thank you for
So,
letting me do that. I suppose. I mean, it was fun actually. Just well, there were so many that I wish we could have highlighted, and then there was the one that I wanted to talk about, but it's okay. It changed. Name did. So it's fine. It's whatever. It was a ride.
It's the nature of live programming.
Yeah.
It's the nature of live programming.
Everyone have a good night.
Good night.
Thank you, Calypso. Thank you for coming on and doing what you do. Good night. Good night.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I'm gonna
And
dip
Abe.
as well.
Babe.
Hey, my brother. Thank you for coming on, brother. I really do appreciate it.
Always
Always
happy
a fun
to
time.
balance out the penises to the vaginas here.
Oh,
Thank you,
we
my
just got a
friend.
tip.
Thank God. Thank God I got somebody to always depend on for that. Oz, where are you?
We just got a dono.
Oz!
Because when you're gone,
Sorry.
Nodle needs to. Oh, hold on, I missed it. But
My bad.
we got a dono.
Wow, really?
Hold on.
That doesn't happen as much.
I know, right as we're going out. Whoop.
Okay, payments. Let's see. Is there a? I don't think there is a. I don't see a
came up
message
on the
attached to
screen.
this one. Does
It
you see
came up
anything?
on the screen, and I saw it. It said something about when I'm gone. I think it was some Nickelback lyrics. If I,
Of course it
if
was.
I'm reading right. Sorry, I'm not.
I'm not
correctly.
seeing the. I'm not seeing the text. Damn it!
You want me to read it? I gotta hear.
Yeah.
You got it?
Says
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you're
Please,
gone,
please.
Nodle needs to come home. Dez gotta run. Clearwood Radio on. Don't miss our Thursday shows.
Thank you very much. Who was that from again?
Thank you, Nickelback. We really appreciate it. Thank you.
I think that was
thank
from
you so
Matchbox
much.
20 this time.
Oh,
actually.
Was that
Matchbox
Matchbox 20 this time?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. It's 3 a.m. I must be lonely.
Oh, it's in the chat there. Okay, cool.
Oh, there it is. Yep.
We're so good at this.
Thank y'all so
Anyway,
much. We really do appreciate it. Did Abby just show up? Abby, how are
I
you?
have
Yeah.
magic powers. Look at me go.
Hello,
Hell yeah.
She
Abby.
shows up with 2 minutes of the show.
Listen, look, I was doing something and then I got distracted doing something else. But it was important. I don't know if it was actually important, but we can pretend like it was.
Well, thank you for
And
taking
then I had
time
it-
out of your important, busy schedule.
Look, listen.
Seriously,
I haven't slept,
yeah. Thank you.
to be
thank
fair.
you so
I also
much.
wanted to make sure I showed up for movie night since I requested it.
Yeah.
Whatever day it
Oh,
is.
that'll be Monday. Yeah, Monday.
Monday. Oh, that'll be
Yes,
perfect.
yes.
That'll be
the
my
others.
come down.
The others.
Yeah,
You
I
better
haven't
be
watched
there.
that in
You
forever.
requested it back in
I
July.
am. What time? 10? July? What? Shut up. That was not that long ago. Oh, yeah, that was right after
It
my
really
birthday.
was. It really was.
So much has changed. It's so weird.
hmm I
It's
went to the
older me.
list and just started going through it, just thinking like, okay, which ones have I not done yet? So that was there. It was like the first
Horrible
one that
story,
we
or should I
hadn't
tell you
done
guys,
yet.
like, should I have a horrible story, or should I tell you when, like, we watched the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I
Okay,
think so.
we'll
I
do
think
that.
so.
We'll do that. It's a really
Yeah.
horrible story related to the movie.
Okay, cool.
I
Yeah,
can't help but
I'll
laugh. You know how it
record
goes.
Mondays. I'll make an edit for the others. So
I'll attempt to look
Perfect.
somewhat presentable, but I'm probably gonna look like death since that'll be
Yeah.
like my last day of weekend shift.
Cam's optional. Just bring your funnies.
I mean, have you seen me for weeks? Come on now. I've been dead for a long time.
Yeah, but you don't get as many Abby is fat all the time.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you know.
You know, the
I mean, I don't
human
really
haters.
care. I love that. I love that line. Lately, I've gotten horror. That was a new one. You know, I'm
Ooh,
like, cool. You guys
yeah.
make my life so much more interesting than it.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
that's always a good one.
That's always fun. That's always fun when people think you're more active and on the move than you actually are. You know, just
Yeah, I just like
oh
stopped
my
crying
god,
like
he
a
actually
year
does
ago.
stuff
You know what I
in the
mean?
real world.
Yeah, man, crazy.
And you're a virgin, okay? So
Yeah, I'm
right.
a born again virgin. That is true. That is true.
Yep.
Got to be.
Go Abby. God first.
go me.
God first.
God
God
bless.
first.
God bless.
God bless. God first.
Are we drinking
So-
on Monday, or do we just drink on Thursdays, or do we drink on any day that ends in Y?
I mean,
Any
it's
you
a
want,
Thursday
but
right
yeah,
now.
Monday's good.
Oh, I did get one, dude. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. The place that I got food at closed at 8:30. I've not touched it yet. That's where my brain's at right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not, trust me. At least I'm saying.
Nick, are you gonna play us out a song?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I just wanted to make sure that Abby got her let out, so to speak.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm Gucci.
Okay, cool. Well, Abby, I guess we'll see you Monday for your requested film, The Others, and that's a nice little PSA to everybody else. If you want to join us in the Discord server, Monday nights we do Midnight Movie Madness. We watch a nice little film. We laugh about it. Then we get together on Thursday nights for the show and laugh about it once again. I mean, it's just like that. That's it. It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, I record all of our riffs and takes on the movie, and then I re-edit them into the movie trailer in such a way that everybody's taken out of context, and it's fun. So.
Yeah. It's just you show up, we get recorded. If you we will warn that if you say something that you don't want to be repeated on the internet and for everybody else, just message us and say, "Hey, I don't want that part." In the video.
Yeah.
and we'll honor that because, you know, the last thing we want to do is fuck over the people that actually show up and have a good time. Like,
but if you do say something out of pocket, like Biddy
that's
did last
insanely
week,
funny.
I am just gonna edit it straight in.
Ooh, we should make shorts.
Yes.
So watch yourselves.
Yeah.
Watch yourselves. Des might be coming for you. Just
If you're funny.
thumb me up a BRB screen. I'll play these people out. Abby, thank you for being here. Abe, thank you so much, man. I'm glad that you guys were here to hang out with us.
Love y'all, bro.
All right, here we go.
All right. It's time for that special time of the evening. I want to thank everybody that came out tonight. Des and I really do appreciate it. There's nothing better than sitting around and talking with friends about movies. It's something that I will never ever tire of. And thank you so much for tuning in. Tonight's going to end with a song called You'll Miss Me When I'm Gone. So I hope you enjoy it. This is an original. I want to dedicate this to somebody, but it would feel petty, so I'm not going to do that. This song's called You'll Miss Me When I'm Gone. Tell me something that I ain't heard, 'cause I'm tired of the same old words. Tell me all I know that you've changed. Guess all I know you're the same. Well, I could tell you I was doing alright, but you could always see it through my eyes. So you think you're gonna walk away, farewell, oh, what the hell. I can't take the shame, being afraid what I can't even see. Think it's time for me to move on, but you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. When I'm gone, when I'm gone, when I'm gone, all my friends are barren and gone. Fucked around and I lost my plans. Now I'm trying to find my way back to where the wind just ain't so cold. Turned everything upside down, left the pieces laying all around. Almost gave up on a second chance. Didn't seem worth it in the end. 'Cause I can't take the shame, being afraid what I can't even see. Think it's time for me to move on, but you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. When I'm gone, when I'm gone, when I'm gone. See you next week. Thank you for tuning in.